Hi, welcome to another episode of Fall Food Fridays. In this installment, we're going to talk about pumpkin and the different recipes you can make with pumpkin. So today we're going to use the Pumpkin Cookbook by DeeDee Stover. It's a book that you can check out from the library. It's all about pumpkin recipes, both sweet and savory. So the recipe today is pumpkin donut muffins. So they're donuts in the shape of a muffin and they're going to be great. So the first step is to turn your oven to 350 degrees and get your ingredients ready and we'll get started. Okay, your next step is to take your butter and put it into a large mixing bowl and then add your sugar. And then with this, you're gonna wanna beat it in the mixing bowl. So you can use a hand mixer if you have one. If not, you can do it by hand. Okay, you're gonna wanna make sure your butter is nice and soft for this. So to do that, you can cut your butter into small slices before you add it to the bowl. And then you just wanna make sure it doesn't stick too much to the spoon and you just kinda gotta work it. Okay, once your butter and sugar mix is nice and smooth, you're gonna add in your eggs one at a time, making sure you mix it well after each egg. So we have one. And mix it in. Okay, we're putting our second egg in. And make sure you break down your yolk really well so you can incorporate it into the rest of the mix. It's gonna get nice and slimy. And it'll look like that. Okay, your next step is going to add buttermilk and pumpkin into the mix. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use regular milk and add a little bit of vinegar into it beforehand. And you can use canned pumpkin or pumpkin puree, or if you have your own pumpkins at home, you could make your own fresh in the food processor. So you're just gonna add that to the egg mix, the egg and butter, and mix it up. So it's gonna get nice and orange. Smells great already if you like the smell of pumpkin. And then once that's all nice and mixed up, you can set this bowl off to the side and we'll be ready for the next step. Okay, so we're gonna work with our dry ingredients next. You can take your flour and add it to a medium-sized bowl. And then we need a tablespoon of baking powder, some baking soda, some salt, some ground cinnamon, and if you like it, a pinch of nutmeg. So then you can sift your dry ingredients, or if you don't have a sifter, you can just kind of whisk them together. You want to make sure that you get your baking soda, baking powder, and cinnamon and nutmeg and salt all mixed in nice with the flour. Okay, next you're going to want to add your dry ingredients slowly into your pumpkin mixture. So only do a little bit at a time, and then mix it up. And the batter is going to get stiff while you do this. So you just want to keep mixing it. Remember to just do it slowly. Make sure you don't get flour everywhere. Okay, and make sure when you're doing this, you scrape your sides, but be careful to not overmix your batter. So you have to find that nice in-between of making sure it's mixed well and not mixed too much. Okay, so once your batter is all ready to go, you're gonna wanna get muffin or cupcake tins. You can spray them with butter spray or just use little paper wrappers to fill them. And then you can just take a spoonful of your batter and drop it in to the cupcake. And then you'll just want to fill the tray. Make sure the muffins are filled about 3/4 of the way. You don't have to worry about getting them all perfectly filled. This recipe makes about 24, so you're going to want to eyeball to divide your mix by 24. Okay, so once your muffin tin is filled, you're going to put them in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes or until they're golden brown. Okay, so after it's been about 25 to 30 minutes, you can check them to see how golden brown they are, and you can also check them with a toothpick or something similar to poke inside. If it comes out clean, that means they're done. I checked them, mine came out clean. And look how beautiful they are. Okay, so after the donut muffins have cooled on a wire rack for a little bit, we're going to dip them in a butter and cinnamon sugar mix. So you have a cinnamon sugar mix in one of your bowls. You're gonna want a little bit more sugar than cinnamon in there. And then you can melt the butter, brush it on top of one of your donut muffins, and then just dip it. And there you go.
Hi everybody, now continuing with our pumpkin theme, we're going to make a pumpkin cream latte. Now this can be vegan, or this can be with a nut milk or oat milk. I'm gonna use oat milk. So to get started, use kind of a Pyrex, something that can go in the microwave, and we'll add, this is a cup of oat milk. We have pumpkin, canned pumpkin, and some maple syrup for sweetener. Feel free to use any other sweetener that you would like. And then we've got some cinnamon, and then we're going to add some vanilla as well. And a pinch of salt. Okay, that's a pinch, not a... There we go. All right, so get a little spoon and mix it up. Okay, after all of our ingredients are nice and warm and mixed together, you can kind of see how lovely that looks. We'll just pour a little bit, or however much you want, into the bottom of your mugs. So we'll start with that. And I use the French press. You can use freshly brewed coffee or however you want your coffee to be brewed. And we'll add it to our mug, and we're going to be doing a little foam on top, so we don't want to go all the way to the top. So leave room for the beautiful foam that will be on top. Okay, now for our final step, we're going to get some froth milk. This is a frother, and it works very well, as you can see. Some other ways that you can froth milk, you'll want to heat a little bit of milk, and this can be dairy-free, this could be cream or regular milk. Heat in a saucepan and maybe use your whisk attachment on a hand mixer. That works really well. So we're going to pour our beautiful foam on top. And then for the final touch, a little dash of cinnamon. All right. go grab a friend and enjoy.